past, fatal heart impact, past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and pass. I back up my actions, fact, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked, attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose, pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember you're discreet now, get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here. And now, whenever we last left off, Izuku Midoriya, he has just became a father. Now, it has been a little over a month since Cell has appeared. However, it feels like years ago. Everybody who's been training and trying to get stronger, they have hopped into the time chamber and tried. Now, Midoriya has faced off against Cell twice, and both times he has lost, almost forfeiting his life in the second battle, and Cell sparing him in the first because he did not see him as a threat. Now, this is going to be Cell's undoing, as we do pick up with Izuku Midoriya at his house. Him sitting in a chair in the room at night. Midoriya, him, simply waiting, as his son begins to cry. Now, Midoriya does stand up and walk over to his crib, making sure that he is okay. Now, the room is slightly dark. The only thing illuminating it is Midoriya's Super Saiyan aura. He would let the moonlight in, or simply just let light in. However, he doesn't want his son to see a full moon. They do not know what would happen. Now, along with that, there's the fact that Midoriya is still new to all of this. He picked one hell of a time to start a family. And his mother and father have been trying to coach him through a few things. Now, Midoriya is still pretty new to this. Now, you also do have Vados, who does instruct Midoriya that he should get some rest. He does need to be up and training tomorrow. Now, as Midoriya is holding his son, he just tells Vados that is not needed. Exactly what are you talking about, Midoriya? Vados, I think I can beat Cell. Really? Are you sure? Your power doesn't seem to be very different from the last time I saw you. Then again, you are keeping yourself suppressed, aren't you? Yes. I see. So, you found a way to master Ultra Instinct. Is this the case? I wish. That ability, it's harder than I thought. And whenever I do try and use it, there's always those thoughts of battle rushing through my mind. What should I do? What can I do? Will I be strong enough to take this man down? Will he kill me? I didn't understand them all. But I think I get it now. I used to hold on to what made me human. But now, I'm not even that anymore. I still think like I am. I still feel like I am. Nothing has changed. However, there's now. Becoming a father has taught me one thing: instincts. I didn't understand it. I don't know if my judgment was clouded or if I was just stupid. But there's instincts in every species. A Saiyan. That instinct to fight, that instinct to grow, that instinct to stay alive and make it to your next battle. I get it. I figured out what was holding me back. Vato's somewhat smiling, as Midoriya actually turned to her and say the next few words. He lusted for power, and that's not how that works. He can train every single day and push himself to the absolute bone. But he's just lusting for power, that's it. Power doesn't come to a desire. It comes to a need. Now, that is what being a Saiyan is all about. Humans and Saiyans are not very different. However, putting them together is quite dangerous. Now, Norita set his son back down in his crib before walking out of the room, and Vados actually does follow. Now, we actually do have Hope sitting at a table and watching some TV. There are still reports about Cell, and multiple theories have been thrown around. Cell, he went into some sort of hibernation, or he simply just disappeared. Or, just like how the hero Izuku Midori dealt with a Saiyan years ago, Cell has been destroyed. Now, sadly, only one of those answers is true, not the one everyone is hoping for. As Midori actually does sit down at the table, and actually stare at Hope for a second. Her actually looking back towards him, as he does drop out of Super Saiyan. How are you doing? Hmm? I'm fine. Why? Well, I did have a few questions I wanted to ask you. Hmm? Uh, sure. Is this about my timeline? Yes. Now, as Minoria says the next few words, this just simply just makes Hope freeze, dead in her tracks, asking exactly, who is she really? Now, this is quite peculiar, and Hope doesn't really know how to respond. What are you talking about? What I mean is easy. Listen, whenever I first saw you, I didn't understand the way I felt. But then there's this instinct in my head. It's there again. It's there because of my son. And then there's the fact that you can turn Super Saiyan. Mina told me. So tell me, who are you? Okay. Well, her beginning her story and her explanation. She is Midoriya's daughter from the future. That shocking Midoriya. Asking how is that possible? Did the timeline really change that much? No. But wait, me and Melissa Shield? I've never even met that woman before. How would you be born if I... You were born in the year I died. the next year. Isn't that what you said? Uh, yes. Well, her beginning to explain the experiment, explaining that she is both Izuku's and Momo's daughter, along with Mina and Melissa's. She is a strange combination of genetics, and she's not really too sure what to really do about that. Now, with that being said, we do have Momo, who was standing in the hallway to listen to this conversation. And she's quite intrigued about all this. Actually walking out and revealing herself. This shocking Hope, who isn't really sure how to respond to her now. Her heart is racing at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and she doesn't know how they're going to act to all this. She's basically a genetic anomaly. Human, demon, Saiyan, it's all mixed up. Now, Momo simply just gives Hope a hug and explains to her that it does not matter what she is. If she is technically their daughter, then that's all that matters. She came back in time and warned them of a threat, and she's the reason why their family exists today. Momo just stating that she can't thank her enough for that. Now, with that being said, some time does pass, and the next day, Momo is actually up and training, along with Momo, or Mina, Momo, and Hope are up and training. And Midori is taking care of his son, who I'm still not really too sure what his name should be. Now, with that being said, Midori actually has pull Hope aside and ask a few questions. While Hisashi and Inko are taking care of their grandchild, Midori asks Hope exactly what can she do with her power. What do you mean? Well, I'm asking you this simple question. How far have you been able to go with Super Saiyan? Well, I tapped into it relatively easily, if that's what you're wondering. Okay. Did Mina get you to master the form? Huh? Stay in it all the time? I did mostly in the chamber. However, after I left, I sort of hid it. I see. So, Midoriya then asking a question. Has she found anything above Super Saiyan? This surprising her. No. What are you talking about? Okay. I see. Just... no. I think something does exist there. I would be specific about it, but if I tell you, then I don't believe you'd be encouraged to train anymore. Now, with that being said, Midoriya and everyone do continue on in their training. Meanwhile, for the humans, we do have Bakugo, Kendo, Kirishima, and Todoroki, all of whom are actually getting their augmentations adjusted, and their bodies even further advanced. Now, within the last month while Deku's been, well, playing house with his new family, Bakugo and everyone have been undergoing different augmentations, going to a specialized lab where they will not be found. and getting some adjustments made. Now, Bakugo and these others actually did get requested and temporarily volunteered to a program. And the program was somewhat already in its infancy. However, they're able to now jump over certain guidelines and implement it faster. Ironically, the program was the prefix for cell, biological augmentations. Now, with this, Melissa actually does inspect this program a bit more and learn about exactly what they are currently planning. Now, with that being said, Midoriya, Melissa actually does inform the program about what cell is, explaining time travel, and talking about the fact that their current program or their process will one day develop into cell. Now, she is ignored until she actually does bring in Izuku Midoriya. Now, Midoriya actually does begin to walk throughout the facility, and everyone is staring at this man. He grew a beard, and he does somewhat look a lot more mature. Now, Midoriya does walk straight into the office of the man in charge of the current program. And the man is quite shocked. Midoriya explaining the time traveler, his daughter from the future. Now, they do run a little bit of test, and they do find that it is true. This woman who looks to be about Midoriya's age is his daughter, and she has the DNA of 4 different people, along with the very Melissa Shield who was talking about this program. Now, the program is subsequently shut down, but that's only the biological weapons development team, meaning that they can still implant humans with technology. They just cannot make weapons like Cell. Now, with all of that being said, we do cut to Cell in an unknown location in an unknown place, somewhere on Earth. Cell has jumped him and the scientist in between multiple different places. And Cell has finally gotten some of his programming redone. Now, he does absorb the person inside this pod, as they complete Cell, and his power skyrockets higher. Now, with that being said, Izuku, Midoriya, and everyone on the planet, they actually do feel this disturbance. And Midoriya, he gets up. And he disappears. Now, he goes off to face it off against Cell. And we do have Momo, who actually does ask Vados for a favor. If the planet is destroyed in this fight, she would like her to take care of their son. Now, Vados is quite surprised, actually. She did not expect Momo to give her such faith. The fact being that now she's looking after the God of Destruction's current son, and that this boy, he might hold greater power than Midoriya. Now, With that, she actually does take the boy off of planet, as everyone does go to face off against Cell. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night. I will catch you guys in the next part.